Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. Lovely countryside behind me. Lovely, predictable weather as well. It's chucking it down here. I'm at Hollingworth Lake, which is behind me there. You can see that Hollingworth Lake, which is not far from Littleborough and Rochdale, north of Manchester. Rochdale's about 10-12 miles north of Manchester, something like that. And yeah, lovely Manchester-ish weather. We're in the, as they say, the foothills of the Pennines. It's actually a nice walk, lovely views. Okay guys, I know you like these walking videos, walking talking videos, and we've got another one for you where I'm here to update you with what I believe is going on with the approach for Matheus Nunes. Now you might remember a few days ago noises came out that City were looking at Matheus Nunes and possibly the kid Eze from Crystal Palace as and another attacking, probably an attacking role. I mean, Eze, I think Eze's more attacking than Nunes. I think Matheus Nunes is, from what little I've seen of him and little I've read about him, is more of a, I think he can play more of a defensive role as a, let's say, double pivot alongside Rodri, can replace Rodri when Rodri needs a rest. Hey, Calvin Phillips, it's not you. You know, we're looking for lots of other players, but hey, let's not have a go at Calvin Phillips. It's not that is not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is Matheus Nunes. Anyway, so, but I've seen him play and I've seen him do some box-to-box runs. I'm not sure how many of them he does, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of Yaya Toure, running with a decent amount of pace, good power, physicality, strength, you know, able to brush off defenders and midfielders, and play one clip I remember playing a very good incisive ball to an attacker to give him a good chance to score. Unlike Yaya Toure, who's kind of a little bit selfish. It was all about the Yaya, wasn't it? Anyway, we heard that news came through because obviously the Lucas Paqueta deal went south. KDB's injured. We do, I believe, need another attacking body. I don't think Pep is going to trust the kids. He's not going to place all his faith in Cole Palmer, James McAtee, Oscar Bob, people like that. He's not going to do that. He's, I think he wants a more experienced body in to cover for injuries, possible lack of form, and also to give rest to players, because I mean KDB is going to be out for maybe, they say, 3 to 4 months. Phil Foden is now playing that attacking midfield role. I think he's somebody you should add to your fantasy Premier League team if you can afford him. It's about £7.5 million on the official FPL website, and I think that's a very, very good option. Anyway, that's a by the by. But Phil Foden's playing this attacking midfield role. I think Bernardo and Alvarez will fight for the place on the right wing. Grealish and the exciting Jeremy Doku will fight for the place on the left. And Foden needs, I think, competition and support in that attacking midfield role, because there's no way he's going to play all the games. And yes, we've got Carabao Cup games, and he might play someone like Cole Palmer if he stays in that attacking midfield kind of role. But Foden needs cover, let's say, and I think we're looking for an experienced cover, and that's where Matheus Nunes kind of comes in. You know, I think if we were to get him, it might allow Kovacic to play further forward. That's one option that we have. But anyway, we've been interested. Okay, we put a bid in. It's been reported of £47 million. That was pretty much instantly rejected by Wolves, as you would expect, and as I actually predicted. I said I expect Wolves to knock back the first approach. He's not a player they want to sell. Same as Paqueta with West Ham. They don't want to sell some, you know, people who would be considered their better players, especially in the position they're in. Wolves near the foot of the table for most of last season. Not a great start for them this season either, losing at at Manchester United, robbed a bit, and then getting battered at Molineux at home to Brighton by 4-1. They have a problem scoring goals. They need a goal scorer, and they need some more players. They've lost 1 or 2 good players this summer transfer window. It's reported and rumoured that they haven't got the money, as in for FFP purposes. You might have the cash in the bank, or your owner might be able to put it in, but their issue is for financial fair play. Apparently they're struggling, so they have to be really careful what they do, and the rumour is that they have to sell before they can buy. So they don't want to get rid of Matheus Nunes. As I said, he's one of their better players, and they don't have much time left in the transfer window to go and buy somebody else. So they will want to extract every single penny out of this deal. Same way as West Ham. When City were offering 70 million, they wanted 80 to 85. I think City would have paid somewhere north of 80 for Paqueta. So I suggested Wolves would turn around and say, whatever we offer, first offer isn't enough, and City will go back with a second offer, which is the current rumour. There are 2 rumours at the moment. One, City will go back with an offer of about 60 million pounds, and the second rumour is there will be an offer that includes Tommy Doyle. Now, if you've been watching the videos I did with Bernard a couple of days ago, we talked about Tommy Doyle in a big transfer video special. I think we talked about 16, 17, 18 players there. It was a mega special. Go and watch that after you finish watching this video, guys. But we talked about Tommy Doyle. He's been on 3 or 4 loans. He went out to Hamburg, if I remember correctly, a couple of seasons ago on loan. He went out 1 or 2 other places possibly, and then last season he was on loan at Sheffield United. I think he played 33 times for them in the league. He was really important in them getting promotion. Now, it was reported that, or rumoured that I think it was in the Sheffield Star, that he wanted to go back there because it's no future at City for him. He wanted to go back there on loan. I'm really surprised, as Bernard was as well, that they didn't come back in for him or didn't try to make his move permanent. They went out and bought a chap, I can't remember the name now, Bernard did remember, for about 17 million quid, and we thought, I think it was from Coventry. So he's a player that's played in the Championship. Tommy Doyle played in the Championship. He helped them get promotion. I'm really surprised that they didn't come in for Tommy Doyle and James McAtee, who was there as well. Now, maybe James McAtee doesn't fancy going to Sheffield United, but Tommy Doyle does. You know, maybe they could have got Tommy Doyle on a cheap deal, actually, because, as I said, he's got no future at City. City could have sold him. Maybe they even possibly looked at a loan again. So Wolves might be interested in Tommy Doyle. That's the rumour. And if I was Tommy Doyle, I'd probably go for it, because Premier League club. You know, having said that, Sheffield United are as well. So he's also used to being at Sheffield United. And it depends on the nature of a deal. Going out on loan again, I don't fancy that for him, because there is that risk that playing in the Premier League, he doesn't cut the mustard. Or he doesn't cut the mustard early in his career. Okay, wherever he goes, Sheffield United or Wolves. And if you go out on loan, I've always said the risk is you go out on loan and you have a bad start and you get dropped, and you never get a chance again. You never get that opportunity because they don't trust you. If someone's bought you, they've paid hard cash, and a decent amount of hard cash, then they are going to try and make sure that you are successful there. They'll play you as much as possible to make you a success. They've got that investment in you. They spent money, proper money. You know, a loan deal where they might have spent 250 grand to get you in, paying you 20 grand a week, paying you wages. It's a decent outlay, but what's it costing them? Just over £1 million for the season. If they've paid 5, 6, 10, 12 million pounds, they'll play you. And I've said that. You go and look at someone like Southampton. When they bought Angus Gunn from us, they played him. All right, they sold him on. He didn't succeed there, but they give him a decent opportunity. They bought Gavin Bazunu from us, the goalkeeper. They played him last season. They bought Romeo Lavia from us last summer. They played him, and he's gone off to Chelsea for almost 60 million quid. So if you spend good money on players, you're more likely to play them, consistently than if you just got someone there on loan. So that's an opportunity for Tommy Doyle, and he's going to take one of the opportunities. So it'll be very interesting to see what actually happens with Matheus Nunes. I think if I'm Wolves, I don't know, I'm not in their shoes, but I think they could end up. I would be looking at selling him, trying to get close to 60 million, 55, 60 million quid, and possibly a body into Tommy Doyle, and to give him an opportunity to see what he does, and maybe even get him on as a permanent transfer. Very, very interesting. But look, I'm recording this on Saturday. It's not something they can leave till Monday. You cannot sell the guy on Monday and then try and get players in. Now, maybe they try and do it on a quick and easy way by getting Matheus Nunes out and Tommy Doyle in, and that's Matheus Nunes' replacement. I don't think that's good enough. If it was good enough, okay, City would be doing that. But maybe it's where Wolves are, and they can look at this as an opportunity to get him in quite cheaply, basically to get the money, keep the money, and get a body in. But it's going to be a tough all season for Gary O'Neill and Wolves. I still think they'll survive. I think Gary O'Neill is a good coach. He showed us that. He proved that at Bournemouth, but he's working with basically at least one, if not both hands tied behind his back. But hey, that's Matheus Nunes. I think we'll get a resolution this weekend. If Wolves don't go for City's next bid, that's it. I think City walk away. City are not there to go in and make multiple bids. Go and ask West Ham and Declan Rice. We put one bid in, that was it. With Paqueta, yes, we were prepared to do two bids, but we've got a valuation for players, and if they go, the clubs ask for more than we think someone's worth, we move on. There's no chance if this doesn't happen now that we come back in January. No, I think we move on. This is Matheus Nunes' one and only opportunity to come to the best club in the world, Manchester City, and I wonder if he'll take it. I don't know. I hear that he wants to go. He wants to come to City. I mean, that's only natural, isn't it? We're not Liverpool. We're not like Romeo Lavia turning Liverpool down. We're not like Moises Caicedo turning Liverpool down. We're Manchester City. Players actually want to come to us and play for us because, hey, we're champions of England. As Jeremy Doku talks about, treble winners, champions. He wanted to come to City as soon as he knew we were interested, and it's the same with Matheus Nunes. As soon as City are interested, players want to come and play for Manchester City. As I said, I think this weekend will determine what happens. We're not going to wait till next week. I think is it Wednesday is the transfer deadline. That's when it closes. We're not going to wait that long. A decision, I believe, will be made this weekend, and Matheus Nunes will be a City player come Monday/Tuesday, or he'll be staying at Wolves. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. If you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. We'll see you around, Blues.